Hey guys, welcome back to Paradise. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about some numbers, and we talk about this kind of a lot, and about how we base our lifestyle around time, and how time is the most important thing to us. And a lot of people I don't really think about time, and they usually just think about things as money wise, and not usually as how much time is it taking up in their life. We like to look at things at how much time it takes for me to have to pay for something. That's usually a big reason why we're so minimalist, we're so cheap, is we don't like to have to spend the time in order to get the money to pay for the thing. We'd rather have time to ourselves, time with each other, time being with the dogs, time being out in the wilderness. Anything that would take us away from that, we don't really want to have to deal with. So today I just wrote out some numbers here, and hopefully I did the math right, but we'll see if you guys can see if I can follow along. I wrote it down, so we'll see if it goes here. So I did so I tried to figure out how many hours we kind of spend doing things that we don't really want to do, that aren't really like our main priority in life, but like our job and things like that are things that we have to do in order to pay our bills. But obviously, like us, you can make your bills lower in order to spend more time doing what you want to do. So it just kind of threw some numbers together to show you how many hours in your lifetime are you spending doing other things. So for my just standard base number here, I did from ages 20 to 60. So 20 to 60, that's 40 years. So those are kind of your prime of your life when you're working. So for 40 years, if you work, so just from 20 to 60, those 40 years, there's 350,400 hours. So I just broke it into hours. So we got 350,400 hours. So now, we got to take out sleeping first off, because sleeping while you're sleeping doesn't count. So we're taking out 8 hours a night. So if you sleep more than that, you're going to have to take out more. So 8 hours a night times 7 days a week, that's 116,800 hours you're just sleeping. So obviously you're not doing anything, you're just sleeping. So that has to be taken out of the equation right away. So that's 8 years right there. 8 years out of 40 years you're sleeping. So that's already crazy enough. So now our starting number is going to be 233,600. That's how many hours we have that we're not sleeping. So the rest of the time we're going to be awake. So what do we do with those? So now if you work 5 days a week and you're working, let's say 10 hours a day, so 5 days a week for 10 hours includes your 8-hour workday plus commuting, lunch, all that stuff. So I just put it all together. So 10 hours, 5 times a week. So that's 104,000 hours in 40 years. So that's 7 years of just going to work, 7 years total of just going to work. So that brings our total down to 129,600 hours. So that's what we have after sleeping and after working. You have 129,000 hours out of those 40 years to do whatever you want to do. So now, obviously, we have tons of other things, whatever you do with your time. So now, I just said 7 days a week, you probably look on your phone or your device or doing something where you're just kind of like dinking and kind of zoning off and not really doing anything productive, anything like that. So I just gave 2 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that's 29,200 hours just for 2 hours a day. So that comes out to about 2 years just for that alone. Just 2 hours a day is 2 years in 40 years if you do it 2 hours a day. So now if you do something for just 1 hour a day, over those 40 years, it comes out to 14,600 hours, which is 1.6 years if you do it all if you put it all together. So just 1 hour of something every day is in 40 years is 1.6 years out of those 40 years that you're doing that one thing. So going to the bathroom, eating, all these little things will definitely chew down at your numbers, which obviously you have to eat and go to the bathroom and shower and all these things. But anything like watching TV or sitting on your phone or, I don't know, just doing anything like that just definitely takes away from your life. Because unless you're learning something or you're just kind of, whatever, even trying to like zone out or anything after work, well, the work shouldn't have to make you that stressed. Once you get off work, you should be able to do what you want to do. You shouldn't have to be like coping with and still stressing with the work. So anyways, just keep that in mind. 1 hour a day for 40 years is 1.6 years of your life just in doing that one thing. So we take out the 2 hours a day, so we're down to 100,400 hours, which is 6.87 years. That's all we have left, 6.87 years. So if you go to work, you sleep, and you dink for 2 hours a day, you're down to almost 7 years out of the 40 years that you get to do what you want to do. I think that's just mind-boggling. So now that's saying that the full weekend is you're doing exactly what you want to do. all the time. And so let's just say if I give you 4 hours on the weekend of doing something you don't want to do, that comes out to 16,640 hours, or 1.13 years of, again, just with that. So in total, if I take out 4 hours for every weekend, you're down to 83,760 hours left, which is 5.7 years, or 14% of your total out of your 40 years. So in 40 years of your life, the majority of people out there are having about 6 years of being able to do whatever they want. And that's mind-boggling. And those are very, very, very low numbers, or very high numbers, I guess you want to say that. That's pretty buffered. So a lot of people do other things that they don't really want to be doing. So again, that's just kind of an eye-opener for us, and that's why we like to live this lifestyle. It's like this lifestyle has allowed us to not be not needing that full-time job, not needing all the money. We can just spend our time doing exactly what we want all the time. So it's pretty amazing when you find a partner that wants to do the same thing as you and will help together, work together in order to reach your goals. And it's just amazing. So this is just for the people out there that are kind of stuck in life right now, or working a job that they're not really that interested in. Life is passing you by. It's crazy how fast it goes. And I just showed you all the hours. Like every time you're just dinking, you don't realize how fast an hour goes when you're just scrolling and you're just like, oh, I didn't do anything for that whole hour. And then it's like next day, go to work. So if you're not liking your job, make a change. Try to live simple. Get out there. The planet is amazing. Get some reference books. Go identify some flowers. Go find some birds. It's amazing, and it's all free. So if you want to learn how to live simple, just you can follow us. Otherwise, just don't buy things. When you go to buy something, just look at it and say, do I really need it? Like, all you really need is food and water, and some sort of maybe transportation if you want to be moving a lot. But otherwise, you don't need the big $500,000 house. You don't need this storybook life that everybody's trying to sell you. You can do it a different way, and it's amazing once you break out of the bubble and you start living your own life, because you will definitely not regret it in the end of you'll never get to be old and look back and be like, I wish I would have worked all those years. So anyways, hope this helped you guys out. Hopefully my numbers were right. They should be pretty close otherwise. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, get out there, guys. Life's short. See you guys later.